throughout that process, you were clearly really dedicated to getting there, and you listened. It's not like you came with some kind of crystal ball or magic ability to just instantly give us what we wanted. You worked hard at going through a process of figuring out what it was that we wanted, and then iterating a few times to get to what is definitely fairly close to the perfect solution. It was a great experience and good to work through. Everybody stayed positive. We kept the momentum up. It was a good project as well as a good outcome.
UserActive has been able to solve these problems in very amazing ways. They've come up with a platform that consolidates our different solutions, and they have thought of every aspect of the user journey. Again, we have different products, they solve different problems, and some of them they're pretty technical, and they have really thought every single detail of them.
The budget that was laid out with UserActive, it wasn't something where we had to suddenly rush around and we were only allowed 2 minutes on the phone or 5-minute calls. I've worked with companies before where I felt that you're literally on a clock, and it didn't feel like that at all. Meetings were really concise to the point, and I felt that even if it was a 15-minute or 45-minute chat, whatever it may be, we got a lot out of those chats, and every step was implemented and nothing was too much trouble.
They have a true understanding what it entails to build SaaS products. And oftentimes finding true SaaS designers, product experts are hard to find.
I think the best thing about UserActive is the way that they helped us think. Instead of just coming up with, here's a great design, look at this, they prompted us to go through the process of, why is the user doing this? Why are they looking at this? Why did you build the screen to go like this? And helped us think through some more things that we would have never thought through, and then came up with great designs that we liked.
It's more than just a good design shop. They have good ideas. They listen. They know what you're trying to achieve, and when needed, they can kind of course correct you, right? So if you're going down a path that you think is the right path, their expertise might tell you something different, and you can take that into consideration. So not only do they have great design ability and great UI, UX expertise, but they have the ability to come up with ideas and improve on the ideas that you bring.
If you're looking for somebody who actually cares, like they're not just in it for the money, like cares and puts, delivers more value than they take, then that's UserActive. I mean, working with Peter, he dramatically put his heart and soul into the project. I wasn't just a client. He cared, and it was almost like he took ownership over the project. Like he cared how it turned out as if it was his software or his project.
A big one for me, the responsiveness. So a lot of times UI, UX people are hard to get responded to and get things done in a decent timeline. So for us at crmgrow, the quality works really high, but the responsiveness is also incredibly high. So it's kind of a no-brainer for us to keep going back.
They have such a range of specialties and talent that they would be able to fit. I do believe they would be able to fit the needs of any company, independent of their size. And you just need to look at their individual CVs and the way they work together as well. There is this passion behind what they do, and the excellence of their delivery is represented in that. So I am really confident that they're able to deliver good service to any size company because of that.
That UserActive were able to just work on this without having to, jump on a call every 2 minutes from us. It was as if those few hours in those workshops, UserActive really grasped the platform and what was needed. And there wasn't a huge amount of revisions or feedback that we had to give, just more tweaks in terms of iterations.
We had clear understanding of each other of what was needed. And there were no big changes or difficulties in the communication or the way of working together. It was for us very easy to say, like, we need this. We made a clear scope together, and the scope was followed and was completed. There was not more, not less. For me, that is something was very important also to see that in this way of work, the things that we expected we got, and on a very high quality.
Fact that it's sort of expert on tap, that I can sort of go to. The pricing I thought was very reasonable, and I sort of foresee a long sort of business relationship where we can. But for me, I can't justify the cost of a full-time employee at the moment dedicated in this area, but I like the fact that I can got someone that I can go to 6 months, 9 months from now and sort of say, are we still on trend, or do we need a touch-up? And sort of, I feel that your company adds that value. And looking forward to working with you again in the future.
First of all, I must say that, it was really, really a pleasure working with the user active team. Peter, David, Mariana, all of them have been great help. And starting with, we started with a workshop, which, helped us think about a product altogether differently and look at some of those users flow differently, try and understand what is important, not important.
The reason I look for user actives is because they seem to have a really good expertise, particularly in product-led growth, which is one place where we like this on our team. So I needed someone with not only great design skills, but also great business skills, business knowledge, and how to tie those together to help us move to the next level.
Working with user active helped us solve a lot of problems that were unknown unknowns. We had a lot of prioritization and kind of deep thinking around the kind of features and layouts that are things that on the surface, in our minds were quite clear, but when we came to kind of articulate them, that there was quite a lot of nuance and depth to those. So user active really helped us solve the cohesion of the platform and bringing it all together.
User active really helped us to solve the problem of not having the designs in time, because they have a process in place. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. They have a process where we lay out all of the projects that we want to do, and then we prioritize them, and then we add those into sprints. And so every time we do a new 2-week sprint, we're able to go and reevaluate what are those priorities, what are the tasks that we want to be able to do first, and then their team takes it from there. And so all we then have to do is, once we set those priorities, they're going to give us back the designs. We do some tweaking of those, and now we then have that ready for our dev team.
Recommending user active is pretty easy. I've actually done it a few times already, and simply put, I'm a self-taught designer. I designed the first version of my own app, and user active, I hate to say it, they've done a better job of designing than what I would have done. And on top of it, the thing that I value a lot is their experience in designing other SaaS apps.
I would recommend user active because I like their approach. First of all, it's a great team, all very friendly, so that helps. I like the structure. I like the conversations we're having. It's all streamlined. And everyone that we've dealt with at User Active has been more than willing to learn, find out more about our business.